Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are digital currencies that operate independently of the central bank. Example, Bitcoin. For it, no accounting standard exists currently. Thus, they use blockchain technology. They represent specific amount of digital resource which the entity has right to control and can transfer it to third parties. Accounting of cryptocurrencies. At first, it might be regarded as cash because it is a form of digital money. However, cryptocurrencies cannot be considered equivalent to cash as defined in IS 7 and IS 32 because they are not readily exchanged for any good or service. Although many entities are now accepting digital currencies, but they are not yet widely accepted. IS 7 define cash equivalent as short-term, highly liquid investment that are readily convertible to known amount of cash and subject to insignificant risk change in value. Thus, cryptocurrencies cannot be classified as cash equivalent due to their price volatility. So, they are out of the scope of IS 7. Which defines them the cash equivalent, so they cannot be considered cash or cash equivalent. However, it can be regarded that the cryptocurrency should be accounted as financial asset at fair value through profit and loss as per IFRS 9. However, it does not seem to meet the definition of financial asset because it is not a cash share of another entity or gives the contractual right to receive or pay cash to other financial assets. So it is not a financial liability. So it's not a financial asset, it's not a financial liability, nor it is an equity instrument. Cryptocurrencies, however, meet the definition of IS 38 intangible assets. The definition is identifiable non-monetary asset without physical substance. IS 38 states that asset is identifiable if it is separable or arise from contractual or other legal rights. Cryptocurrencies meet the definition of intangible asset as per IS 38. IS 38 allow intangible asset to be measured either at cost or revaluation model. Now, the cost model says that cost less the accumulated amortization less the impairment loss. And in order to revise what is revaluation model, revalued amount asset is revalued at each reporting date, and revaluation goes in other comprehensive income. Amount is revalued amount. It is revalued to an amount if there is an active market for the whole class of asset. If not possible for whole class of asset, then we should use cost model. However, it's unusual for intangible items to have active market. However, cryptocurrencies have active market, so it is possible to apply revaluation model. So IFRS 13 fair value measurement should be used to determine the fair value of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies has indefinite life as per IS 38 and so are not amortized but are tested for impairment annually. Now, the other standard that can be considered for cryptocurrencies that are, or I can simply say cryptocurrencies or digital currency, any currency, either it's a Bitcoin or crypto or any other, it's a digital currency. So IS 2 inventories define inventory as an asset held in the ordinary course of business. Secondly, it is used in process of production for sale. Third, material supplies to be consumed in the production for providing service. As per this, cryptocurrencies can be recognized as intangible inventory. Then it can be measured at lower of cost and NRV. If broken, then it can be measured at fair value less cost to sale. IS 1 applies where entity have made judgments regarding its asset. This applies to cryptocurrencies disclosed judgment. IS 10 events after reporting period require disclosing material non-adjusting event. This includes change in fair value of cryptocurrencies after the reporting period. So what is the entire summary of cryptocurrencies or digital currency? Cryptocurrencies do not fall. They first might be regarded as cash, but they are not cash, and they are not cash because they are not cash. They are not cash equivalent because there is a risk of change in their value. They have market exposure, price volatility. Secondly, IS 32 financial instrument. They do not meet the definition of IS 32 financial asset, nor financial liability, nor equity instrument. However, they can be regarded as intangible asset as per IS 38. And why? Because they are identifiable non-monetary asset without the physical substance, and they can be either measured at cost or revaluation model. Cost model, if it is used, then cryptocurrencies since have indefinite life, so there is no amortization, but they will be annually tested for impairment. However, it is rare for intangible assets to have active market, and revaluation model can only be applied for IS 38 intangible asset if they have an active market. And since cryptocurrencies or digital currencies have an active market, so they can be measured using revaluation model as per IS 38. For the fair value, we will be using IFRS 13 fair value measurement for the cryptocurrency value. Then other standard that can cryptocurrency be part of inventories. Why? Because they are held in ordinary because IS 2 gives the three criteria for the inventory to be recognized for an item to be classified as inventory. That is, first, held in ordinary course of business, used in the process of production for sale, or material supplies to be consumed in the production or providing service. So first criteria, that is held in ordinary course of business, this criteria is being met by IS 2 inventories, and as per this, cryptocurrencies can be recognized as intangible inventories. And if they fall within the part of IS 2, then they should be measured lower of cost and NRV. And other standards then that need to be considered, that is IS 1 applies when entity makes judgment regarding its asset. This applies to cryptocurrencies to disclose the judgments whatsoever judgment have been made. And IS 10, even after the reporting date, will also be the relevant standard, because disclosing material non-adjusting events after reporting period require disclosing material non-adjusting event. This includes change in cryptocurrencies after the reporting period. So what is the conceptual framework say? What is the conceptual framework say in the cryptocurrencies? Conceptual framework help prepare a financial statement when no IFRS applies to a particular transaction. Cryptocurrencies meets the definition of conceptual framework asset because cryptocurrencies can be traded and have potential of producing economic benefit. They can be traded, they have potential of producing economic benefit. Items should be recognized in financial statement if they meet the definition of element, and if its recognition provide relevant and faithful information. Conceptual framework have outlined two measurement bases, that is cost model and historical model. Cost model or historical cost model or measurement base, and the second is fair value measurement base. When selecting a measurement base, relevance is maximized when we consider the nature of asset or liability and the cash flow characteristic of asset and liability. If Bitcoin is held for trading purpose, that is benefit from fair value gain, then fair value will provide the relevant information to shareholder and how gain should be reported. It can be reported fair value through profit and loss and fair value through other comprehensive income. Bitcoin is highly volatile and it's held for short term. So it's better that the gain or loss are reported in profit and loss statement of profit and loss, providing more useful information to the user than reporting it to profit than through other comprehensive income. So conceptual framework applies. So this is I'm going to summarize the conceptual framework and the cryptocurrencies relationship. That is, conceptual framework is used as a guideline when there is no IFRS applied, and the cryptocurrencies or the digital currency meets the definition of conceptual framework's asset because they have potential of providing economic benefit and they are traded. Since they are now, they meet the definition. Now the recognition. To recognize them, we have two measurement bases: cost and fair value method. So when we are choosing the measurement basis, we have to consider the nature of asset or liability, and the second thing is the cash flow characteristic of asset or liability. And there is a thing that which method we are going to be used. So either we are going to be because cryptocurrencies or digital currencies are highly volatile, so they are measured at fair value through P&L or fair value through OCI. Since they are highly volatile and usually held for if they are held for short term, it is better that the gain and losses are reported in P&L rather than fair value through OCI, because it provides the more relevant information to the users.